Hi guys, and welcome to RTA. In this week's video, we're going to be sharing with you 2022's top 10 trends.
We hope you like it. Now let's go ahead and get into the juicy news.
Alright, so this week I have a very special clip that I'm going to be sharing with you of one of the greatest musicians of all time, the late icon Prince. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there was footage that was captured and found of the late Prince when he was younger, and I want to share that with you today. So let's go ahead and take a look.
If serendipity was a story, then you are about to watch one of the most fortunate strokes of luck ever here at WCCO.
A mysterious gem unearthed on accident, giving people a glimpse into Minneapolis history through the eyes of a young musical icon. While we all had a feeling who this young boy might be, we knew we needed help from those who knew him best. It's a journey and story you'll only see here on WCCO. Deep in the WCCO film archives are hundreds, if not thousands, of opportunities to travel back in time. And on one reel, a treasure lay hidden, untouched for 52 years. April 1970. Minneapolis Public Schools educators went on strike. We restored the film to offer context to the educators' strike that happened in the same district just last month.
Okay, so there's the governor's mansion. That's kind of cool.
Matt Liddy is WCCO's production manager.
I grew up in Minneapolis, so all I cared about was looking at cool old buildings from the place I grew up.
But his curiosity turned into a discovery when he saw a reporter interviewing kids as teachers picketed in the background. And it was this young boy jumping around and later answering a question who left Liddy speechless.
So then I immediately just went out to the newsroom and started showing people and saying, I'm not going to tell you who I think this is, but who do you think this is? And every single person, Prince.
We didn't have the right equipment to hear the film, so a specialist helped us extract the audio, and then we heard his voice.
Are most of the kids in favor of the picketing?
Yep.
How come?
I think they should get a better education too, and I think they should get some more money because they be working extra hours for us and all that stuff.
Our excitement was palpable, but
We did not get him saying, I'm Prince Nelson.
cue our investigation.
And that's all I feel. My name is Ronnie Kitchen.
We gotta find him, Ronnie Kitchen. Surely he could confirm our quest.
Hi, this message is for Ronnie Kitchen.
But the phone numbers and addresses we found were dead ends.
You hear something in the background, but there's no one there.
How about a picture? A yearbook photo showing Prince as a 5th grader popped up online.
He would have been 10 or 11 in this picture, and he would have been 11 during the strike, which is when that interview happened.
We needed an expert.
I just heard back from Kristen. She's a historian when it comes to Prince.
A dedicated fan.
They called him Skipper.
Yeah.
Who used her professional research skills to piece together the Purple One's life.
I've written a big document sort of outlining his historic journey from Minneapolis' north side to Paisley Park and the world.
Kristen Schamler says videos of Prince as a preteen are almost non-existent. Until now. She's seen the clip here for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's it, definitely. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and this definitely looks like Lincoln Junior High School, where he would have been attending school in April of 1970.
Schamler then showed us what is believed to be a 6th grade picture of Prince the same school year of the strike.
Yeah, there's so much in his mannerisms and his eyes and everything, but it looks like him.
Despite the evidence, we still needed someone who knew Prince as a kid. Schamler connected us with Terrence Jackson.
We go back as far as kindergarten at John Hale Elementary in North Minneapolis.
A childhood friend and neighbor who was also in Prince's first band, Grand Central, when they were teenagers.
Oh my God, that's Kitchen. That is Prince. Standing right through the head on, right?
Yeah, keep watching, keep watching.
That's Skipper! Oh my God!
That was just his reaction seeing Prince. Now, he's hearing it.
Wow.
I think they should get a better education too.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow, that was him.
What do you,
I'm like blown away and I'm totally blown away.
Wiping away tears, Jackson was suddenly flooded with memories.
But he was already playing guitar and keys by then, phenomenally. As far as I can remember, music became our sport. Cause he was athletic, I was athletic, but we wanted to compete musically.
Jackson's wife, Rhoda, grew up right alongside them.
It's just amazing to see him that small, that young, and hear his voice.
Yep.
Our mystery regarding one of the most mysterious men in music was solved.
That's Prince, a.k.a. Skipper to the North Side.
And I think just seeing Prince as a young child in his neighborhood school, you know, it helps really ground him to that Minneapolis connection.
Just a young city kid years before he put his city and its sound on the map.
Mark my words, you guys have found a real gem.
All right, so now let's get into those lifestyle and beauty highlights. All right, so now we're getting into those top 10 trends for 2022. Up first on the list is Boxy Coats. Boxy Coats, even though we are moving out of the winter, spring months, and we're slowly diving into the summer, those boxy coats are still being worn in those spring months, especially during those rainy days. Number 2 on the list is Moto Jackets. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Moto Jackets I don't think they're ever gonna go out of style. I think that's a trend that's a timeless.
Forever.
Exactly, that's timeless. But 2022 Moto Jackets is definitely on the list. Number 3, we have Oversized Blazers. A lot of people are rocking those Oversized Blazers.
We definitely have a few.
Yes, absolutely. Number 4 on the list, along with those Oversized Blazers, is Oversized Trousers. That's another thing that a lot of people are wearing in 2022, just to have that more comfortable, relaxed fit. What else is on the list? Number 5 on the list is Chunky Loafers. Chunky Loafers, I believe they were back in the 70s, and now they've kind of made a comeback.
Making a comeback, yeah.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed about trends, ladies and gentlemen, is trends. Pretty much all trends are kind of timeless. It's just that they come in and out. So what may have been popular during the 70s may turn around and come back around like now in 2022, or what may have been very popular in the 90s or what may have been popular in the 80s may come back in the 90s, 2000s. So trends just they keep recycling to me. What do you have on your
list? Since we're on the topic of trends making a comeback, Y2k is definitely in right now.
Number 6.
That is number 6. Y2k Fashion, that means low-rise jeans, your little crop tops, your bedazzled belts, they're all coming back. And the mini bags, the mini purses are also coming back with the Y2K trend.
Yes.
Another thing is platform shoes. So Rick Owens is really popular right now. So I definitely say that's number 7, platform heels or shoes.
Those platforms, like I said, with the chunky loafers, that was like a 70s thing. And so here we are in 2022 and they're back.
Yeah, like she said, trends are just coming and going. Let's see, number 8, let's go to the another fashion trend that I've been seeing. It's called subversive style. That's kind of edgy but also modern at the same time. I'll insert some clips of some subversive style trends.
Okay. What about with the hair?
Yeah, number 9, micro links. Okay, if you don't want to sew in and you want your hair out, or if you don't want to put on a wig, get micro links, okay? It's basically extensions, but they're like little extensions that they just place inside your hair, and it looks really natural. I think another hair trend, which this is gonna be number 10, is tape-ins. Tape-ins are very popular right now. I might go ahead and insert some clips or images of how tape-ins are put into your hair. But again, it looks super natural, and it's a good alternative if you don't want to get a wig or a sew-in.
Or it's also kind of an alternative
for clip-ins as well, yes.
Because I know the clip-ins have that little clip, like a barrette type of clip that may be kind of damaging to the hair. So these tape-ins are supposed to be a little bit more modern and easier and lay flatter inside the hair.
I know for sure once I get tired of the wigs, I might have to try the tape-ins or the micro links.
And a lot of people use like the tape-ins, the micro links for fullness. So if you want to add length, not only just for length, but for fullness. So if your hair is thin and you want to add that thickness, that's a good option. And hey, it is trending in 2022. Yes. Also with clothing, save your clothes because you never know
when they're going to come back.
It's going to come back. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So that's all that we have for lifestyle and beauty. So let's go ahead and get into class with Miss Tresvant.
In today's Food for Thought, I'm going to be sharing with you excerpts from Chapter 3 of my book, It's All About You, that can be purchased on Amazon.com or BarnesandNoble.com. I'm going to go ahead and get started. The other you. We are always searching for different parts of who we are in the people we meet. Different parts of who we are encompass us and are continuously being born. Accept everyone and everything. Everyone's role and experience needs to be accepted because it was brought on to teach you something beautiful. Experience is all about you rediscovering more about you through relationship. Every problem came from you and the solution is inside of you. Know that your problems are only trying to tell you that you need to try a different method. If you don't understand something, let that be a sign that it is something within you that has a higher capacity for learning. All experience is moving you toward the remembrance of who you truly are. This includes relationships in all its appearances. You may meet someone at work that is your ambition and drive, but that individual may have to challenge you in order to draw the ambition and drive out of you so that you are able to remember that part of you. I want to repeat that very important point, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to reread that part. You may meet someone at work. Okay, I'm giving you guys an example. So you may meet someone at work that is your ambition and drive. So in other words, that person is your ambition, that person is your drive. But that individual may have to challenge you in order to draw the ambition and drive out of you so that you are able to remember that part of you. You may date someone that is your compassion and motivation, but that person may suffer or take you through a lot of ups and downs in order to draw the compassion and motivation out of you and back into your remembrance. And I want to repeat that once more as well, ladies and gentlemen, because these are excellent examples that I really want you guys to grasp hold of. So I'm going to repeat that example. You may date someone that is your compassion and motivation, but that person may suffer or take you through a lot of ups and downs in order to draw the compassion and motivation out of you and back into your remembrance. You may have a child, spouse, a relative, or a friend that is your peace. And every time you are around that person, your spirit is uplifted and at rest because you are experiencing your peace. Your peace was given back to you through relationship. Just think of it like this. You are a grand puzzle that must be put together. And every tiny little puzzle piece is each relationship you encounter. As your tiny little puzzle pieces are given back to you and more puzzle pieces are being found and created, well, what happens? That results in a puzzle masterpiece, which is you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? And that's all I'm going to take from chapter 3. So let me go ahead and refresh your memory here and leave you something to think about. What are some things you have learned from experience? All right, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you really enjoyed this week's episode and got lots of inspiration from it.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this to come.